Oh, hi, live stream.
Hi.
Internet.
Hi.
How we doing?
We're on the intranet.
If you're streaming it on your corporate network, I guess that's maybe true.
I think I need a double check from Mollywood.
Oh. Yeah, I need to put some stuff in there. And
Uh-oh.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I
I was like, I'm going to get this started early. I'm going to take all your guys' links. I'm going to put them in the blog post early. And then I
But
was
we
like,
don't have our stuff in. I'm
And then
sorry.
we did not help
"I see
you.
it."
So my dilemma is that 83 is just something I've decided to say. It's not a thing anywhere else, but I'm calling it. So it's, going out on a limb a little more.
Oh,
Am I in the bullpen here or yeah?
I'm in
okay.
the bullpen, yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, uh-huh. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I really love 82, but I feel like if I don't do 80 or even 79, they'd probably, especially
Sure.
80, won't be. They'll go stale.
Yeah.
But I don't know how good they are anyway, especially 80. 79, man, it's all right.
don't be led
I-
astray by the temptation of recency and relevance.
Okay, that's good advice.
Follow your
Yeah,
heart.
I think that's true. It's
People are here for
also-
your heart.
It's also fun that 82 and 83 are of a piece, if you know what I'm saying,
Yes, I didn't even think of that. You're
which I
right.
enjoy.
Uh-huh. They're like
So I say go for it.
a rasher of things.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think you'll get to those. They'll
Okay.
probably still
All right.
be there.
Good. That's what I needed. Thank you.
And something else, but it's not in my reminders, and I'm so upset.
Do you have a love hangover?
I was grooving to the tunes, Tom.
I said I wouldn't do it again. We played a little Not Like Us. Yeah, should I do the DJ
Is you about
callback?
you're trying to get sued? Love it.
So if you were in the Discord, you heard Rose and Bruno Mars, Apata, followed by the world #1 song right now, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, Say Drake. Followed by G-Dragon, Home Sweet Home, Ive, Rebel Heart, Lisa with Doja Cat and Ray, Born Again, and that last one was Love Hangover from Jenny and Dominic Fike.
Wouldn't we just owe a mechanical royalty because it's a cover of? Is that? I don't know how anything works in music.
You mean me singing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you owe anybody anything when I sing because it's not technically music.
That qualifies as noise legally.
Yeah. Yeah. You might pay a fine for a noise complaint, perhaps. But
I just picture a southern lawyer, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, could we call this
just a
Dora.
simple country chicken.
just a caveman?
All right. I feel like I'm about to do one that I don't know that much about, and it's going to be a little embarrassing, but yet it is one. So, what can you do?
We got to follow the things sometimes.
Yeah.
Why is this? Why do I have deja vu about this?
Which
About
eight.
8? Let me just do.
I mean,
Were we
I think-
talking about it in the post show or something?
I think I was thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I think
been
that must have
kicking
been
around.
it. Yeah.
so
Yeah. We
the
must have
thing
decided.
will-
We were debating whether to include it. That's probably
Last
what it
week, I
was.
think I was
Yeah.
I'll do these
Yeah,
other
yeah.
ones instead. Yeah.
Okay.
To get
That's it. That's definitely
Classic It's a Thing
Okay.
switcheroo.
Yeah, exactly. We fooled you.
I don't know why I played that.
Oh,
I don't know.
I thought you had breaking news.
No.
I was very excited.
And then I guess our other question is, do we want to check back in on how much we killed the Kendrick Drake beef? I remember coming with the Kendrick Drake beef and having you guys be like,
I wasn't.
really?
That
And
was.
was like,
I don't
we're-
remember.
I mean, you were
being-
into it and it was big, but I just remember us being I was way too excited. I'm like, me and Eli are just stalking this, minute
Oh,
by minute,
okay. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
No, I
that-
got
There's
you.
a
that
song
does
drop
check.
every second. Da 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 da. Yeah.
Oh, right,
You guys,
right,
you
right,
guys are weird.
Like, no,
But
it's
wow.
big. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Let's do a follow up.
Beep it beep beep.
I think we can officially. I mean, also, I think that maybe I should just make that my thing. Anyway, I think that whole show is worth its own Uber thing. There's so much that I think would be lovely to
How about
make
that?
make it an
I'm gonna
Ur.
do it like that.
Yeah.
and then we can talk about all of the
And
other.
then the sub thing is the
Yeah.
exactly. Amazing.
Can I ask?
Love it.
Am I
No.
the two things that I sent you? I'm just going. The two things that I sent you are those good to promote in the show?
I am turning my key. If Molly turns her key, then we are go
This
for
is
launch.
how I want all decisions to be made. Okay. Okay.
It's a yes from me. It's a yes from me,
It's
dog.
a yes from me.
It's a yes from me.
It is now public. Yay. You heard it here first, Discord. A thing I haven't mentioned is public.
That's what we should mention.
I have it in there. In the
Okay.
promo.
We have two merch promos. Do they need to be separated? Is that on purpose?
No.
Is that a strategy?
If you're asking if it's a strategy for this show, the answer is probably
Yeah, let's move
right,
right.
then I'm
I
just-
was
yeah,
say,
I'm just gonna do that.
We're gonna
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then we just go to and then we promote because we're not always doing
Yeah.
feedback. And,
All of a piece.
Is that a thing?
yeah, there we go. Okay. And
Got
Yes,
that old-
and
go here.
No, but.
And I know the other day I was very proud of myself for like what they sometimes call a shit sandwich construction. Where not really, it wasn't a sandwich, but it was basically like, first of all, I'm going to start by saying I'm excited about this. And this, and this are going to need to happen before that can happen. And we're fine about that, right? And,
yeah.
but I made it an and, not a but,
Uh-huh.
so that it would go down smoother like a
Yeah.
spoonful
Yeah, yeah,
of honey.
yeah. That's smart.
You're like,
Yep.
not,
I
there's some
really
positive
love that
takeaways.
you did my laundry. And next time, don't
And-
put all those things in hot. They're ruined.
And it was dry clean only.
Yes.
Nothing has ever made me happier than you doing my laundry. And
And you ruined all my clothes.
don't touch my shit.
This is how I have to approach all of my kids' artwork.
And now I have nothing else to wear.
I love your enthusiasm in coloring, and let's keep it inside the lines.
And
And you need to check those tags next time.
please, I beg you. So I'm getting the feeling this might have happened, Tom.
Actually, no.
Oh, really?
No, I just that one was made up out of whole cloth.
That is hilarious because it just kept coming and
pre-shunk
seemed
and
so specific that I was just like,
Maybe it's like a deep-seated fear I,
I was
have.
just gonna say, I think you're worried.
Yeah.
You're worried.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
I don't
Yeah,
know, but that
I,
looks like a lay flat sweater, and
I have
That's just-
finally
that's just
found
nothing but pain right there.
I've finally found my dream cleaning lady, and that she just sort of was like, "All right, lady, you need help, and I'm taking over." Like I've always just wanted a cleaning lady who's kind of my mom, you know, but we can't figure out how to ask it. Anyway, so she was like, "I'm taking over. I've had it. I'm coming every week. I'm doing your laundry," and I'm like, "Okay, yep, no problem. Like I will 100% pay for that. Yay!" And then now I'm just like, I will sacrifice whatever clothes I have to sacrifice to this.
Mm-hmm.
If some go, they go.
Then they were meant to go.
They were meant to go. I didn't
If
need
they
them
go,
anyway.
they go.
They should have been in Ridwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the atmospheric river is here now. I can see it outside my window.
Oh yeah. I hope it leaves here and goes there. Sorry,
we're fine. We're down here. If I were up in the hills, and for the people up in the hills,
I
I
know,
hope
the
they
mudslides,
stay
it's
safe because
so
mudslides are gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen.
Oh
But
yeah.
we're not. That's not a thing that thankfully I have to worry about. It's that weird dance you do where it's like, I don't want to pretend like I'm the victim, but I also don't want to diminish the danger to others.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you don't want to be insensitive to it, but
Yep.
also you're not in danger.
I don't want to make you think I'm in danger and like being played for sympathy I don't need, but also don't want to be anti-sympathetic.
Right. Don't want
It's
to
better just not
minimize.
to talk.
Can we?
Are you
speaking
guys
of which-
millennials based on this conversation?
Yeah, right?
No,
This
but we
is
have
disturbing.
many
This is
of them in our
millennial
audience.
shit right now.
What have we
Exactly.
done to you? You were a proud people.
No, but feedback, and it's a thing. Not me. No, just kidding.
That is one thing I will say is feedback and it's
We
a
do
thing, not
not.
me, is divine.
It is
It
so
is a
respectful.
wonderful pool of positivity and awesomeness, and I never fear seeing emails there.
It's true.
Unlike
And-
some other feedback inboxes I've had in my life.
Yeah. Boy, can we talk about the absolute shit show that is America, considering the beginning? I mean, no, I don't mean that. I don't mean the all
Where do you
of
start?
this part. I just mean specifically the beginning of the Super Bowl, where, again, I am not trying to make light of any of these things, but between various multiple climate crises plus acts of violence in America, the like opening "we would like to honor" part was like an absolutely dystopian level list of things. Like, they're just like, our hearts go out to, it's like in memoriam at this point with the Oscars, where they have like 30 people who die. They're
And
like,
it goes
our
on
hearts
for
go
a
out
half
to
hour. Yeah.
Los Angeles and North Carolina and Philadelphia and Las Vegas and the da-da-da and New Orleans, and like it just went on and on. And I was like, we are a mess. Like, we are just a rolling series of disasters everywhere you look, and they're trying to list them, and it was borderline comical, even though every one of them is serious and terrible.
What's
So it just puts the lie to the whole thing too. Like, our hearts go out to them. Like, no, they don't.
well,
You don't have that many hearts.
what
They
it
can't
makes
all
it
go
more
out.
ridiculous is like that was like one person, not one person's, but it was like someone's job to compile that list and like present it to a board, and then they're just like, whoa, there's like there should be like 2 things, right? Like, oh no.
They're like, no,
Well,
there are
and-
11, and this is just like, and that's just in the last, like, they
That's
had
the
probably
funny
put a time
thing.
limit
but
on it, you
not
know?
funny. That's the notable thing is, like, when I was a kid, there would be atrocious things happen, you know, and they would just, nobody said anything about them. You'd start the Super Bowl with like, let's pretend everything's great. Go.
Right. Then maybe that's what I was noticing, is I was like, you know what? Maybe don't
Yeah.
do the hearts go out thing if the list is this long. Like,
Yeah, but once
can't-
you open the door, right?
once you open the door and you
Once
can't,
the Eagles and the Raiders put that little yellow ribbon on their football helmets,
Your hearts had
Well,
to go.
that was
on.
it.
and they also were in New Orleans, so you cannot,
Right.
you can't ignore that a horrible tragedy happened in New Orleans. But
That
then once you
just
acknowledge
happened.
that
Yeah.
just happened. But then you have had the fires just as recently, and so you
Yep.
can't ignore that. And then you've opened the door, and now you have to do the list of American tragedies.
Pretty soon, everybody's getting a trophy.
Everybody's getting
they're
a trophy.
That's what they're gonna name it next
Everybody's
year.
a shit
And
show.
now honoring the list of American tragedies.
I mean, they might as well. They might just treat it like
Kylie
an in
Minogue
memoriam.
will sing.
They'll just put a QR code.
Yeah, scan to see all the tragedy.
Just give to any one of these things, because by the way, we no longer have FEMA or anything like that. So just like donate freely.
Man.
Oh boy, yeah, it's dark. You know what? Dark humor is the best kind of humor if you're Gen X.
Oh,
Which I-
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, you've reclaimed your roots. I appreciate
I
that.
have reclaimed my
You're
roots.
welcome.
Yeah, exactly. We're done with that millennial nicety.
Oh gosh,
BS.
it's exhausting.
I know Rich was like, I'm freaking out. I don't like this at all.
I have enough self-loathing. Okay, I don't need to extend it out to anybody else.
What is it with Duolingo killing its owl?
What?
What
Have you heard about this?
is this? Another list of American tragedies?
No.
I know,
so
my heart
so
goes out to the Duolingo owl.
Duolingo has had a running bit, right, where it guilts you into doing Duolingo, and it makes
Yeah.
fun of itself while it's doing it. So like they had, Duolingo looked sick at one point in the icon. If you didn't do your thing, like it would change to be like looking ill, and it's because it missed you. And then it became a meme where people are like, Duo's the worst. Duo the owl is awful. He all he does is guilt everyone. Ha ha ha. And Duolingo, instead of fighting it, played into it. Like, yeah, Duo is out to get you. He's coming for you. And so
Which is cool.
they killed Duo and posted, we are cooperating with the authorities to find out, but we pretty much think you killed him because you didn't do your list.
Oh no.
What? That is so
Okay, I have
messed
to.
up.
I have to go find the actual version.
Oh,
Ambassador
because-
Domo has it in the chat.
You've also totally described a thing.
Yeah, I didn't even really think of this as a thing.
This is
Can
hilarious.
I copy that? How do I even copy that?
Yeah, rest in peace, Duo the Duolingo owl. Let me find the post.
This is hilarious.
It is with heavy hearts that we inform you that Duo, a former known as the Duolingo Al, is dead. Authorities are currently investigating his cause of death, and we are cooperating fully. TBH, he probably died waiting for you to do your lesson, but what do we know? We're aware he had many enemies, but we kindly ask that you refrain from sharing why you hate him in the comments. If you feel inclined to share, please also include your credit card number so we can automatically sign you up for Duolingo Max in his memory. We appreciate you respecting Dua Lipa's privacy at this time.
Oh my God. This is hilarious and so messed up. The whole thing reads like a April Fool's joke. Condolences even came from prominent institutions like the European Space Agency and World Health Organization, which ruled out smallpox as the cause of death because the disease has been eradicated since 1980. What?
Dua
is
Lipa
this?
responded too.
Dude, this is weird. Why would they kill it? This is hysterical.
It's Gen Z has taken over.
It's like the death of Superman.
Public conversation.
There will be four owls that come back now.
Duolingo later shared a video of a Tesla Cybertruck slamming into the owl in a parking lot, launching it into the literal heavens. I mean, if this were not at npr.org, I would be like, this is a funny onion bit.
There was also Duolingo posted a TikTok of the other two characters carrying a coffin. And there was like a really ridiculous song that was inappropriate for a death scene with the caption, "We're both deaf. I hope this song makes sense."
What? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I'm telling you,
This
Gen
is the
Z,
weirdest thing I've seen from a brand.
I was
going
going to
to
say, this is like the Gen Z marketing firm.
Gen Z has taken
God.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Gen Z DGAF energy right here. Whoa.
It's like your IP, guess what? We're going to do some silly songs to it. There you go.
God.
Launching it from a Cybertruck.
Damn. That's amazing, honestly. This is a thing. This is a really good thing, and I'm glad we're having this conversation. I mean, this article, the NPR thing that reads like a weird onion story is from today. Bro.
Guys, Duo died. By the way, I'm deaf, so I hope this is a sad song. And it's definitely not.
That is so Gen Z. That's incredible. It really honestly is.
And I'm like, I would never post these sorts of things for fear that the audience would turn against me. But Gen Z's like, we don't care.
Gen Z is a bunch of stone cold killers, and frankly, I love it. Because that's what we need.
Not since
Full
the
name.
funeral for OS9 have we seen such a loss of something so beloved.
Full
All right.
name, Duo
Should I
Kishana
replace one of my
Renelingo.
things with that? Do you want to talk about it in the main show, or are we keeping that bonus?
Did
I
we
mean-
talk about it?
I think we might have done it, but it is.
You're not going to get
good
as good a
thing.
reaction from Molly. I mean, Molly, your acting
Yeah,
chops.
no,
I know
I think-
personally.
I think
very
we
good,
tease it.
But
I think we do. I think
Yep.
we do. Yes, because it will only cost you like $1 to get it.
Yeah. And-
it costs you $5 to get it.
Is that?
It'll cost you $5 to get it.
And you know what?
Although you could get it if you just show up live. Also,
do you care about a death or not? That's it's up to you.
That's the tease. That's the tease I'm going to publish in the bonus on Patreon.
Do your hearts or do they not go out?
Do your hearts go?
Do your hearts go out or do they not go out? Up to you.
All of my hearts go out.
The show is such a pick me up. I am so grateful. I am so grateful in this day of despair.
I'm so glad I remembered that just now. I don't even know
Dude.
what prompted me to remember that, but
I don't know, but that is a good one. I wish I
Yeah.
had that instead of line 11, where I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, apparently they like it.
I really just want that to be the totality of the segment.
It might be.
That's just going to be my default Gen Z thing that I acknowledge but have no understanding. I'm very comfortable with this phase of my life now.
I like this. Yeah, exactly. You have officially become an elder with that noise, with the kind of confused trumpet.
yep.
Yeah, confused trumpet is the official millennial
Welcome
elder.
Well done. Well done.
But
All right, are we gonna clap it up? Get
All right, let's do it.
Show on the road. All right, let's clap
All
it
right.
in 3, 2, 1.
And the music in 3, 2.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Hey everyone, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
Welcome to It's a Thing, the weekly podcast supported by you, the dense and complex follow-up to BOL, which is wry, theatrical, chaotic, ironic, and mournful, often all at once. Thanks for joining us.
You know,
Once
we've
again.
had some really good parody openings over the years, but these music review adaptations that Rich has been doing are kind of spot on every week. I'm like, yeah, we're dense, complex, yeah, theatrical,
Ironic,
yeah,
theatrical,
that's us.
sometimes mournful,
Occasionally.
no question, no question. And this is a layered upon layered musical review adaptation from Pitchfork.com, as I believe they all have been. This is an adaptation of the review of To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar from 2015.
Circa 2015. Wow.
Yep,
Well-
we will talk more about Kendrick Lamar.
Rich
Shortly.
Straffolino has been earning his paycheck, which would be bigger if you bought more merch, people.
I love it. Tom has this down, by the way. In the arms of... he could feed his children.
He has 2 children waiting for you to buy the new Sunlight microdosing bucket hat. And I think possibly so far the triumph in his merch creating career, the Claude greeting card.
The Claude greeting card, you guys.
Yes.
To
You
let them-
too can let your friends know that you care for them almost as much as you care for Claude, the chatbot.
I mean, this is incredible. We have just discovered, by the way, that our merch provider offers greeting cards, so look for many more to come.
Oh yeah, that's going to happen.
Because this is incredible. Yeah, there we have merch galore. It's all clever offshoots of things that we have discussed here on It's a Thing. So you can just sort of like rest assured in the fact that if you know, you know, when people see this stuff out in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The microdosing sunlight is a bucket hat to to
So
indicate that
good.
you just want a little sunlight. Just microdosing the sunlight. And then the greeting card says, "Always my Claude, forever my friend." To let someone special in your life know you love them as much as an AI chatbot.
Yep. I would send this out, but it's not true because we all know I love Claude more.
Yeah, everybody knows
Than-
that too.
than just
So
about
if they got
anyone.
this, they'd be like, I don't know.
They'd be like, "You lying bastard." Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a thing.me/shop is where
yeah.
you can find.
and by the way,
All kinds
there
of
was a
merch.
little confusion over URLs. That's over. That time is in the past. It's a thing.me/shop is the
That's
place.
it. It's the only one. It's a thing.me/shop. You can go there and you can shop for things. Keeping it simple.
And you will like them. You will enjoy them, and your friends will love them and think you're smarter, prettier, and smell better. So go do it right now.
And you will.
We have
I
an
would-
Uber
I
thing
would.
we have to get to before we get to our individual things. Molly, I believe it was you that brought the entire diss track war to It's a Thing when it was ongoing. But I think we deliver a nailed it for that, as Not Like Us is the #1 song globally on Apple Music right now because Kendrick Lamar performed it at the Super Bowl.
Yep. It also won the Grammy for Song of the Year. And I mean,
A sweep.
let's-
Like it
A
won
sweep.
5 Grammys, including Song of the Year.
Yeah. Like, never has a diss track, I believe, achieved this kind of success, and certainly
I
not
don't think so. Yeah.
certainly not been as effective of a putting someone in the ground as this was. And then I would say overall the like thing too was the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl show, about which like so many words have been written, so many think pieces, rightfully, right? Because again, never before has a Pulitzer Prize winner performed the Super Bowl halftime show. And
Good point. I hadn't
Just-
thought about that part of it.
yeah. And put a stake right through the heart of American Propaganda Day. I mean, when you really go and you think about like And there's even a part where he sort of takes a shot at the fact that, like, of course, white people love that, like, two black rappers are beefing. And also, I'm putting Kendrick in the ground because I believe that Drake in the ground because I believe he's a pedophile. Like, it's just that was the thing, and then this song and that whole Drake Kendrick beef, which I never like. It was a fun weekend on the internet. I did not know it was going to become a 5-time Grammy winning sweep and cultural like moment, and then when it's wow, yep, not like us, damn,
Yeah, done.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Nailed it, and then it grew.
And then it grew and grew and grew. But seriously, go read about the halftime show and all of the symbolism that was in there because it's Pulitzer Prize level layers on layers on layers. Like, it's incredible.
He's gonna. I've been calling it for years now. He's gonna get a Nobel Prize for literature, just like Bob Dylan, at some point.
He really,
some point in the
he
future.
should.
Yeah.
He should, no question.
He is the opposite of reheated nachos, which is my first thing.
Woo! I almost spit my water out. Say more.
Reheated. Sorry, I shouldn't do that while you're drinking. Reheated nachos is the slang term that means someone is doing a revisit. Something desirable, but maybe not as good on the second time around. Not always used as an insult. Sometimes it's praise for artists returning to their old work. You know, if somebody hasn't, like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Paul McCartney not wanting to do any Beatles songs for years, and then he finally goes back and does some Beatles songs in a concert. You know, that's the good example of reheated nachos.
Right,
Most of the time, it's like, yeah, reheating nachos, like, they're fine, but they're never as good as the first time around. So it's usually used to undermine, like, yeah, that's a bit reheated nachos. You probably should have left that alone. Sequels to movies, often
Right.
reheated nachos.
Totally. Ooh, I love this. This is a fun one to say because it is perfectly evocative and almost everyone can understand that reheated nachos, like, nachos are good,
Yes.
but reheated nachos is not that good.
You just
It's
can't.
not
Yeah,
good.
it's one of those things you just can't.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't hold up. It's
You
like
can
reheating
try.
ramen. You can't do that. What are you
Or
talking
coffee. Yeah,
about?
microwave
Yeah,
coffee.
right. Yeah.
A long time ago, many years ago, like 2013, I tweeted, like, why does reheated coffee taste weird? And there's a guy on YouTube who does like long videos about coffee facts.
Okay.
And he used that tweet in the video, and independently, my son and his dad and my son's uncle, so his dad's brother, independently both, like, saw this video on YouTube that referenced my tweet with my name on it.
Oh.
And they all lost their damn minds. They were like, "You are such a big deal, dude. Your tweet was in this coffee guy's video." And I'm like, "You're right. That's the peak. That's as famous as I'm ever going to
I
get."
finally could retire. Yeah.
I'm finally had my 15 minutes
Yeah.
in the YouTube coffee video.
It's like when I see you or Jason Howell or somebody showing up on Tech Meme in the huge list of links under their main story. I always get overly excited. Oh, like a look, you're there.
You're huge right now. I know, totally. It's just, I mean, you never know what the markers of fame are really going to be, but it's true.
Yeah.
Well,
So reheated nachos.
Reheated nachos is incredible. I love it. And I think I'm going to be using that phrase shortly, but not yet. My first thing is about to briefly make one of my son's friends famous because
Okay.
she was over for a Super Bowl party and she was showing me this Instagram account and says that there is a new thing brewing, and that thing is called pink pilling. And
Is this red pill, blue pill?
kind of
related in the metaphor? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if red pilling was the process, has come to mean the process of radicalizing in a rightward direction and often related to the manosphere.
Okay.
Pink pilling is education of primarily white guys, but men around the reality of women's issues in the world. And so there's this entire Instagram account that is a husband and wife team where the woman will explain just like real stuff about being women in the world. And he'll be like, wait, what? Like, did you know there's not an equal rights amendment? Or did you know that sometimes women who are in labor will be given various drugs, and those drugs might include opiates, and then the baby will be taken away after that? Or did you know that, did you know about Black women mortality rates in hospitals? and I said it's funny because I sent it to a friend, and all the screenshots from this account, by the way, are the man making these faces that are like, wait,
Wait, what?
what?
Yeah, he's very, wait, what?
The whole thing is just him being like, what? What? They used Lysol as birth control? No. And it's just, I mean, it's depressing, but it's also amazing. And then the idea of just sort of pink pilling with like basic information is pretty fascinating. And it's funny because I sent it to a friend and she was like, it looks like all this woman is doing is just like telling her like white guy husband real stuff about women. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound like it should be that radical, does it? But pink pilling.
Yeah. I love the, like, did you not know there was no equal rights amendment? Like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
Basic.
Did you know that like in France, when women have babies, they immediately start physical therapy for their pelvic floor so that when they get older, they don't have like incontinence problems because you had a freaking baby. And in the US, they're just like, I don't know, you're on your tables. Like, oh.
Yeah. We're from pioneer stock. Go
Right. It's
herd
fine.
sheep.
Get diapers. We sell diapers here, so you should just
Yeah,
get those
yeah.
instead. I mean, it just is like, it's the amount of research. Like, it's just it's also just a good term.
Pink pilling.
pill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pilling.
Yeah.
So I'm looking
I like
for it
these
to
kinds
extend
of
beyond.
I like learning these kinds of slang terms, especially when they're building on existing foundations like that. It's
Yeah,
fascinating how that works. Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see if this goes past this Instagram account or what.
Right.
I like
No,
it.
that's good. That's a good one. Mine feels a little small in comparison. So let's all take a moment to acknowledge the importance of education before I tell you. Cookies are real big now. Have you noticed they got bigger? Like, it's not just Levain's anymore. It used to be you'd go to the cookie shop in New York City and line up for 30 minutes because they made the huge cookie, right? Like, oh, Magnolia Bakery makes the huge
Yeah.
cupcake. Levain's makes the huge cookie. Now, everywhere you go, when you get a cookie at a cafe, they're huge.
It's gigante. It's so
Yeah.
true.
200 calories minimum.
Yeah. You're
per
so
cookie.
right. You're so right. You remember when you make cookies, a lot of, especially old recipes, will be like, use a teaspoon to make a
Yeah.
cookie, and then it'll expand, and then it'll be a cookie about the size of a silver dollar, and that's about as big as you want a cookie to be. And now a cookie is the size of a like salad plate.
Yeah. And I'm not really even complaining, to be honest. I
You're
just
like, I like it.
happened to notice it and thought, wow, when did all cookies become this size? A friend of ours is starting a cookie shop called Caden's Little Bakehouse. And so she brought us over, we bought them, but she brought us over a box of cookies and she gave us a couple that she was working on for us to give notes on and stuff. And it was while we were going through that box where I'm like, this is our friend who's just doing a little cookie shop and she's making these cookies. And I'm like, it's not like, oh, wow, Caden's Little Bake Shop is doing a thing that that no one else is doing. She's doing it really well. But I'm like, this is what cookies are now. Like this
Yeah.
is table stakes for a cookie shop. Like it's the flavors and the execution that make you different, not the size.
I wonder what this is going to mean for Girl Scout cookies, because it's Girl Scout cookie season right now.
Yeah,
And
I know.
what has not changed?
Because we did Caden's Little Bakehouse and the Girl Scout cookies at the same
yeah,
time.
Yeah. See,
Do you know about the Samoa controversy?
No.
In California and
Is
a
it
couple
a
other
thing?
states, you buy caramel delights, not Samoas these days.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know if that's true nationwide or not. But apparently a lot of people think it's a conspiracy theory. Like, whoa, what was wrong with the name Samoa? It's not. It has nothing to do with anything other than a different bakery makes them. And the bakery that makes the Samoas has the rights to the name Samoa, so they can't sell them under the name Samoa if that bakery didn't make them.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
And also a morass. Like, just change, right? Like, just change the whole name.
How did Girl Scouts not get the rights to the names of their cookies?
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. And what a disaster. Like, you just know that Elon's going to get a hold of that and be like the woke cookies or whatever. Like, oh.
But
and
it's not.
just
It has nothing
No,
to do
I mean,
with that.
I get that
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It won't matter.
I think some areas you still get Samoas because they're still made by that bakery because it's not like Girl Scouts stopped working with that bakery for everything, and they're slightly different recipes. The Samoas have a darker chocolate and less coconut or something, and the Caramel Delights have a lighter chocolate and a little more coconut. They're very similar. You probably would get them confused, but yeah, because when we got them, I was like, wait, Caramel Delights, these used to be called Samoas. I wonder why they stopped call it that. And I looked it up and found the whole story on AP, I think.
So freaking interesting.
Yeah.
Huh, I had no idea. I try not to buy. I mean, look, all due respect to the young women, and I wish them all the best. The cookies are not good. There it is. Unpopular opinion. And I'm not saying I need the cookies to be bigger. I don't need them to be bigger. They also have high fructose corn syrup in them. Still, a lot of them. I'm like, what on earth?
That's the positive of the Girl Scout cookies is in relation. If the cookies have gotten too big for your taste,
right?
Girl Scout cookies are staying the same
Girl
size.
Scout cookies still small.
Yeah,
flavorless,
60
weird
calories.
Little cardboard things.
I like many of them. The peanut butter ones, very good.
I'm gonna stop now because everyone's gonna hate me. Okay, possibly a little bit of reheated nachos, actually, but I'm not really sure. Is this Hollister brand? The kids are all about Hollister clothes. Now,
Hollister's been around for a while.
Hollister has been
not
around
new.
for ages. It kind of had a huge collapse during COVID-19. Then again in 2022, it just didn't really. It just wasn't a thing. Like people just weren't as into it. It was having a hard time. Abercrombie and Fitch was actually winning again. Like, people were buying, like young people were buying those clothes again. And then somehow it's just back. And they have this, you know what it is partly. They went hard into Benson Boone, who everybody loves, in 2024 for like back to school. And then I just keep seeing TikToks of people shopping for Hollister clothes and doing Hollister hauls, and they doubled down on comfy clothes like fleece tops and bottoms for teenagers, and it just is. And I mean, this is sort of one of those things where I'm like, okay, like I don't really know what to make of it exactly. Like kids like it, but apparently Hollister. If you have never heard of this brand before, or would just like, what is the deal? Turns out, A, it's an Abercrombie and Fitch spinoff, and 2, or B, it's back with the kids. It's what they want. If you have teenagers in your life and you are looking to get them gifts that are clothes, that are comfy, because all they care about is cozy.
I've known about Hollister for a long time because Eileen's sister is married to a person whose last name is Hollister, and he would wear Hollister, even back in the day. And we were always like, that's funny because that's your name.
Yeah.
But I had not seen it around a lot. I wonder what the spark was, right? Because once you get a little momentum, it's easy for like it to just be like, hey, I saw this person, and then you get Benson Boone to wear it, and then everybody's like, ooh, Benson Boone wear it. What is that? And then you start tailoring it to whatever audience has glommed onto you. Oh, they like comfy stuff. Let's emphasize our comfy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder what that first little spark was that got it going.
I mean, what's crazy is I think it was Benson Boone.
Was it Benson Boone wearing them in the first place?
No, they did a campaign with him.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
they
smart.
hired him, and then it was that freaking song that was inescapable. I mean, honestly,
so they caught a rising star, is what happened. That's awesome.
I think that's exactly it. They did that, and then they made everything hella comfy. Like they were just like, okay, kids, we get it. You don't want hard pants. You don't want dresses. All of that is out. Here's all your cozy, and here's number one. I mean, we probably should have done Benson Boone on the show because that beautiful thing.
I feel like we did all of them. Stick season.
I thought so. Right.
But maybe we missed Benson Boone.
Maybe not. I don't know. But then, and it's also apparently they like, just side note, evidently they did this whole origin story for the brand, like this like supposed founder or whatever. And it was just evidently just made up. They just like made up this whole story about this John Hollister guy.
Yeah. Good story though.
I know Dave Eggers of all people wrote a big thing in the New Yorker about how it just was like totally made up. Like what was that? What was that catalog back in the day? And then remember Elaine
Jay
on Seinfeld,
Peterman.
Jay Peterman. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like that. Just like Jay Peterman, just not true.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like. Honestly, I respect that.
I mean, as long as it's not harmful somehow, right?
Right.
Like they're fooling people, and then what?
Who cares?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a believable backstory. I don't care. It's hilarious.
That reminds me of our founder, M. Woodett. Yeah. We'll tell his story one of these days.
One of these days.
One of these
But-
days. Yeah.
But not now. Not now. We actually do. We want to acknowledge. Our hearts go out to fans of Duo.
Yes. Duo
Today.
the Owl.
Duo the Owl at Duolingo. So you may not know, those of you who don't support the show at patreon.com/itsAthing, that we have bonus content that is, if I may say so myself, fun as hell. And today in the bonus content, we talked about the tragic death of Duo, the Duolingo Owl, among other topics. And if you would like to support the show directly at patreon.com/itsAthing, you can get all of that bonus content every single week. And trust me, it's worth it.
Duolingo is being crass about it, and everyone loves it. And it involves Dua Lipa. And if you want the full story, listen to the bonus show.
Listen to the bonus show. Check that out. And if you have thoughts on that or anything that we've talked about on the show, or you would like to spot things on our behalf and be unpaid contributors to the show, feedback at itsathing.me is
It's a way to
where-
give back to the show if you can't afford the merch. You just
It's
send us an email.
true.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. It's a thing.me.
Joe Hood has some things. Say, Rich Tamale Crew, in the context of For the Plot, the best explanation I've seen of it comes from a TikTok where the creator describes the 3 reasons to do a thing. For the plot, it moves your life forward. For the bit, because it would amuse you. And for the vibes, because you like it. Not funny, just nice. Anything that doesn't fit into one of those is a mistake. For the plot, for the bit, for the vibes, or it's a
Or
mistake.
a mistake. This is a life lesson.
This is like, yeah, this is a
This is
whole
a
self-help book. Yeah. On another thing, one that feels like it crosses over with Molly's day job, I've noticed a thing where when I order from Amazon, manufacturers are putting "please don't send this back" notes in their product, a request to call customer service or return it directly to them and not the retail overlord. I've now seen this at least a half dozen times, so I think it counts as thing status and suggests to me something about the cost of free returns and who is bearing them, which I have heard Molly discuss elsewhere.
That is very true. And it's also really interesting because it makes me wonder if Amazon is charging retailers to dispose of returns when really they just dump them in the landfill, or what? Or if if these retailers are saying, we don't like how Amazon is getting rid of return. Like, I'm very curious about what the economics are that would drive retailers to be like, just call me if you want to return it.
Yeah. Amazon probably does charge them because if they're handling the return, right, they're going to charge you for handling the return. Also, I wouldn't be shocked, I don't know this, if Amazon doesn't record that data on your merchant account. They had this many returns.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
if you get a lot of returns, it hurts your rating.
Yeah, I'm sure that is true. And you don't get to control your returns, like resell them if you do something like that. Like some companies now do have resale programs, and you wouldn't be able to do that. Interesting.
Yeah.
I
But
would like you
whatever
guys
the
to know-
reason, yeah, when you return it directly to the merchant instead of Amazon, they don't have to play by whatever Amazon rules they have. So it makes sense to me. Yeah.
I am on 2 full weeks without Amazon.
How do you feel? You getting a little shaky?
I've paid for some shipping, and that, that hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel great. Like I'm like trying to find local retailers, and I'm ordering.
You're
Turns out
breathing a little easier.
most of them just feel better about myself.
Wake up earlier in the morning now, no headaches.
Absolutely. Between that and Orange Theory, I mean, I'm on fire.
No one is not in Orange Theory anymore. I'm the
Yeah.
only one left that's not in Orange Theory.
I mean, when I said Orange Theory was a thing, like I didn't know
No,
that it was
you're
going to be
Brian
this
Ibbett,
big a
Justin
thing.
Robert Young, and you. All 3 this week have mentioned Orange Theory.
I mean, I'm out here. I'm in the transformation challenge. I'm booking 2 weeks out to make sure I get my 3 classes a week. Like I am a nut job.
I don't think it's a theory anymore. That's what I'm
Heyo.
saying.
Orange hypothesis. No, wait, orange thesis.
Orange
Same-
law.
Orange thesis has the benefit of having the same acronym. OTF.
Yes, right.
Orange
That's a good
Thesis
point.
Fitness. Amber has some thing formations to share. Hi, Rich Tamale. Oh my God, I just put Claude on my phone literally last week. Nice. And have been microdosing a Sarah J. Maas book all month to distract me from the horrors. Yes. This is incredible. A turn of phrase I recently heard that doing things for the plot reminded me of is something my boss said to me. For context, we were having a convo and she asked how my weekend was. I told her my partner had been out of town, so I took myself on a date to the Modern Art Museum and out to my favorite Mediterranean place for lunch. And she said, I love that so much. That's such main character energy.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
I looked it up and it's actually a thing. Plus, I think it's hella adorable. Have we not talked about main character energy?
We've talked about so many energies, I can't remember.
Oh, main character energy is definitely a thing. That's such a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one, Amber.
Yeah, love it. Great spot. And it is
also-
hella adorable, by the way.
I'm gonna call this, and I hope you agree, Molly. If Amber would like to send us her mailing address, because you used microdosing and Claude in your
Yeah.
feedback today, I will send you the bucket microdosing hat and the Claude greeting card.
Yes! I love this idea. That is so good.
So
That's
yeah,
perfect.
Just follow up on this email that you sent us, Amber, and I will make that happen.
That is outstanding. See, the benefit of merch is surprise
You can
giveaways.
give people stuff. Yeah.
Anything can happen. And then finally, a Valentine's thing formation from Anonymous. Who's this from? Rich can tell us while I read it. This is the intersection of viral confection and Valentine's Day. And it is, in fact, Dubai chocolate sweeties specifically for Valentine's Day. Dubai chocolate hearts. That's right.
So-
And our email says, I would not have known about Dubai chocolates if it wasn't for you. So there's the information there. as
How
well.
I'm trying to get this page to load, but it
know.
really loves pop-ups and not showing me video or photos,
'Cause
so I
it's a
can't
subscription.
because I want to know what's in there. I want to I want to know what's inside. Like, how do they make a sweetie, a tiny little thing into Dubai chocolate?
Oh no,
Doesn't
it's
mean-
big.
Oh, it's a big one.
It's
Okay,
a bar.
okay.
It's a
I
whole
see.
chocolate bar. So it has all the same stuff in it, but on the top it's got like a
has the
cute
sweeties.
candy
Okay,
heart thing, and it
right.
says sweeties on it. Yeah. It's
Okay,
very-
yeah, that's lovely. Thank
Here,
you
I'll
for
take
that.
I'll take an illegal screenshot from the site that I loaded on 12foot.io. You heard none of this.
Never heard of it. Let's get to our shout outs. Listen, man, we internally, we're like, we always got to raise the game at It's a Thing, one way or another. Maybe it's with merch, maybe it's with the things themselves. And Rich has been stepping up with the shout outs. This is so perfect because the form he's using for the shout outs is what is improved about the shout outs. It is both simpler and yet produces something more complex. These shout outs are all haikus.
I mean, I don't know if they are custom generated or if they're adapted haikus, but either way, oh my God. Here we go. An old silent pond. Brian Gianfrancaro. Splash. Silence again.
Lightning strikes the sky, illuminating Morris Jones. Louis Saint Amour, alive.
Over Benjamin Forest, winds howl in rage, with no leaves to blow.
Genius.
Genius.
A gentle A.J. Venturella, the sound of the universe. Eternal Mike Akins.
Spring Lee Price, swaying gently all day long.
The well bucket is taken by the morning glory, going to Kevin Sill for water.
Plum Flower Temple, Eric Duncan, rise from the foothills.
After killing a spider, how lonely I feel in the cold of Jake Woods.
By the way, it has been confirmed these are adapted mostly from Japanese translations.
Okay,
FYI.
got it.
Yeah. The west wind whispered and touched the eyelids of spring. Her eyes, S-Dub, Texas.
I write, erase, rewrite, erase again, and then a Laura Abel.
Just full Android there. Don't know why. A butterfly flits, bringing a message of Valor Trucks. A moment of AB puppy.
In pale moonlight, the Joe Hoods scent comes from far away.
Everything I touch with tenderness, alas, pricks like James C. Smith.
Wow.
We really should have started out in slam poetry mode instead of ending.
We really
there
should have.
because
Yeah.
that
It came a little late. Sorry
was
about
very
that.
fun. That
So
was very
good, everyone. So good. Well
bravo,
done.
Bravo,
Yes,
Rich. Bravo to all of
indeed.
you who contribute such amazing content in the form of your shout out level contributions at patreon.com/it's a thing. You don't only get shout outs, you get an ad free RSS feed, and you can join our Discord and chat along live with fellow live viewers every week.
And don't forget, it'sathing.me/shop to get the new merch. And our email address is feedback@it'sathing.me. Bye, everybody.
See you next week. Bye.
To the beat of light. The moon's feeding.
Okay, so it's for the plot, for the
For the
bit, for
bit,
the bit, and for the vibes.
for the vibes.
Or it's a mistake. That is rad. I'm obsessed with that.
For the bit is like my life.
For the bit, kind of is really.
I mean,
your life, if I'm
there's
being honest.
something. Maybe it's a T-shirt or a bumper sticker,
lot.
but for the plot, for the bit, for the vibes, everything else, mistake.
Maybe it's like, is the stuff in the middle? I didn't watch the TikTok with the Venn diagram. But
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I'm thinking for the plot, for the bit, for the vibes, and then does not equal mistake.
I guess so.
Or, I don't know. There's something there, though.
We could do
I don't
the
think
Venn-
that's it, but
the
there's something.
three-part Venn diagram, and then the middle is it's a thing.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
like
funny
that.
because we're all of them.
yeah.
I'm gonna test the limits of Canva putting that together.
Uh huh. Oh, please. If Canva can do anything, it's a Venn diagram.
It's true.
Please.
Oh, Paul.
Ken Hayes claims to not be an Orange Theory,
Hey, we got two.
but he
Well,
wrote
I
it in
would
all
like to-
caps, which makes me
Brian
suspicious.
also is
If
not
you would like to
an
gift me
OT.
some classes, I'd be happy to join your cult.
I'm pretty sure I can gift you at least one because they do not mess around with paying. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god! And they are so clever how they get you with the pricing. So I was like, oh yeah, after the challenge is over, I'll probably just go down to the next lowest level membership. Nope, that's not going to work that like it's too bright. Now I'm reaching that awkward point where it's like getting dark, but the lights are too reflective.
Alexa, play my notification.
At the premium level, which I pay now, you can go unlimited classes. At the next level down, you can go twice a week. So, and any more than that, and you have to pay like $20 or $22 per class. And so it almost immediately gets you back to the premium level
Yeah.
if you just want to go 3 times that week. And like it's so restrictive. And then the lowest level is 1 time a week. And I'm like, oh, like you just do, it's so, I'm going to keep paying. So stupid. They got me. They got me.
I think the most amazing part, and therefore illustrating the power, is how you're fully aware of what they're doing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're
100%.
even hiding it from you. You know.
It's not a dark pattern. It's just
It's
a
just
pattern.
it's
It's
just
just
a
a
pattern.
straight up, yeah, 1, 2, or 1 time a week, 2 times a week, or unlimited. And then with unlimited, then you can use it anywhere.
They just say when you go to buy like the block of classes, like
They're just like, don't even
this is no, you're not doing
Yeah.
this.
So like all this other stuff is a lie. That's BS. No one wants this.
There's just a funnel, a picture of a funnel going to the one.
And I mean, yeah, it's like fine as long as I use it a lot, but like I don't know if I'm really gonna. But so far I'm booking 2 weeks, but it's because of the challenge too. It's not like
Right.
I did. But then I'm literally sharing my workout like stats with my One Orange Theory friend, like a knitter. I'm a knitter.
But it's fun, isn't it? That's why you
Such a
do
good
it.
workout. I love.
Right. And you feel healthier. You don't feel like you're doing something bad, right?
No, there are way worse addictions. Yeah, I mean,
Because
of all the
you're
things.
exercising, which is healthy. That's good.
It's great. It's wonderful.
It's funny. We
And
met.
it's-
We went with our dog trainer today because we pick up 7 on Monday from the final training, and so we were getting trained today. It was like 4 hours, and she kept pointing out. She's like, when your dog, and she's not talking about specifically about our dog. She's like, when your dog, goes to, let's say, a dog park. And you're like, every time he goes to the dog park, he just goes crazy and he runs around and around and around and he's so tired afterwards. Like, sounds good, right? She's like, it's like the bar for the dog. The dog is excited because it's getting to indulge all the endorphins and getting drunk. And then it's tired because it like drank water constantly because it's running, but it's not healthy for the dog, right? Because it's undisciplined. What you want to do is have structured play where you're getting the same amount of exercise and energy, but they're learning boundaries and they're learning, oh, okay, I get to play when I behave. And I don't have to worry that like you're just going to be boring all the time. But it's not like so unbounded that you're just like, she kept comparing it to being a drunk. She's like, it's not like you're just like drinking all the time. Yeah. Orange Theory is like your structured play.
Oh God, it totally is.
And you're trained.
And I'm trained.
You're
and they
trained.
totally trained me, and I should just be at the bar.
I didn't think that was the lesson that I was teaching, but sure, yeah.
No. My dry January has turned into dry February, and I feel amazing.
Yeah.
So stupid. Hate it.
I'm
And
doing.
yet, I literally was in Cabo with a girlfriend, and we were like, I just don't know if we, like, we literally were like, we don't know if we want to break our dry January. It was in February, and we're just like, I feel so good. Anyway, we
That's
had a
good,
little
though.
tequila.
That's really
It's
good.
great. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's awesome. Like, I shouldn't.
That's a
complain about it.
health. That's called being healthy.
I just hate the obvious conclusion of it.
What? That you're
that,
healthy?
that I'm not, that I'm old.
No, see, that's not the conclusion.
The
There's
conclusion
like
is that
an
they were right
entire
all along.
generation is not drinking. If anything, you not drinking means you're young.
It does. Hey, thank you. That's good. It's more that I hate how right everyone was.
Yeah.
It turns out
That
if you
I-
work out, eat
that I can
healthy. I'm not even eating that healthy. They're like, if you work out, eat better, and don't drink alcohol, you'll feel awesome. I'm like, son of a biscuit. It was true
just
the
need
whole
to-
time.
Now you just need to drink a functional beverage, and then you'll be all good.
Dude, I'm having a daily liquid IV.
All right.
Like,
let's
I'm
do it.
like, I have such
Like an
cult-
actual IV?
No. There's
Oh.
there's a powder called liquid IV that is
Sorry.
yeah. I know.
Yes.
No
I
one
know
here
of
to
the
judge.
powder. I just didn't. Yeah.
I accept everything.
I was like, wow, you really have gone Silicon Valley.
I know, you
Are
guys
you
are-
doing like young people blood too?
Well, Silicon Valley people did start it, I think, as a result of the fact that like famous people are constantly
getting
having
the
someone
yeah.
come to their hotel room and give them a B vitamin IV or whatever. But no, it's a powder. I
Okay.
am obsessed with it. Somebody recommended it to me. We
Like
invested in it.
electrolytes and stuff.
It's
in it?
electrolytes and B vitamins. The B vitamins,
okay.
I think, are
Yeah.
kind of the key.
Right.
And some other stuff or whatever. But like somebody recommended it when I was on a trip. I'd been traveling back to back to back, and then I like had a martini, and the next morning I was just like, I am not okay. What is wrong with me? And this woman was like, go get liquid IV, and it made me feel amazing.
Huh.
And so now I like drink a big thing of Stanley with liquid IV in it every freaking morning. I'm like so
Wow.
hydrated. It feels
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. Yeah, it's a mess. It's awesome. Feels
So
great.
what dry January taught me is that I was never clear. Like sometimes kids go to bed or at dinner, have a beer or a drink or something, and I would wake up, you eat a little dry mouth. You're like, oh, is my hungover? And then like I did dry January. It's like, oh no, I just sleep with my mouth open. Turns out it's not related to it at all.
It's the A/B comparison. You're like,
Yeah.
what stuck around when I stopped drinking?
Right.
It's like,
oh,
oh,
okay. It
like,
wasn't.
okay.
It
I'm a
wasn't
mouth
related.
breather.
Just
That's
sleep
what it
apnea.
is.
Okay, thanks. Feels much
Yes.
better.
Appy James points out wisely, people use liquid IV for hangovers. Like that.
Yeah,
Ironically,
like a
I am
hangover.
doing it as part of my I don't drink anymore and I'm hella healthy thing, but like for hangovers, like it is
It's the
very
thing.
popular. Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
Speaking of hangovers, I'm going to a Galentine's dinner.
Oh, fun.
So I have to go get some crusty bread and charcuterie.
Yes. Happy St. Valentine's Day,
Happy
everyone.
St. Valentine's Day. You know
Indeed.
what? Don't be cynical about it. I'm here to tell you, don't be cynical about it. Love matters more than it ever has. It does not matter who you love. Just
Exactly.
love.
It could be a child, your parents, your friends. Doesn't have to be the traditional, like, whatever.
A
right?
dog, a pet.
Exactly. yeah.
Whatever. Just give love and feel happy that love is in this world because that's all that this should ever be about. And it's delightful. Okay, bye everyone. You're the best. Love you.
Love you,
Happy Valentine's. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Give it to me. Hey, hey.